Hello, everybody. Welcome along. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel, and this is our Fulham versus Aston Villa live watch along that I appear to have not got the time right for. I thought we were starting at 6, but we're kicking off at 5:45. So I've just started a minute early here, and the players are already out at Craven Cottage. And we can give you the teams and get straight into it. Let me know if you are here in the comments. Let me know who you're supporting. Let me know that you can see me, hear me loud and clear. Hi there to Alan. He says we've stepped up a gear looking at that Villa team. Evening to Charlie, who we need to give a very quick shout out to. I'm sure he won't mind if it's quick because I'm behind. But Charlie is our fan sponsor of the live watch along series. 30 years. A loyal royal, here is to many more. Well said, Charlie. You can go and visit his channel there, youtube.com/c/Charlie's football channel. Interesting team selection from Scott Parker. If we go to the split screen, hopefully SofaScore have caught up to the fact that it is a 3 at the back, not what they were saying initially. So Areola in goal, Adoy, Reeve and Hector is his solution here. Lots of goals conceded. An extra defender. Is that the right thing to do? Who knows? Tete and Brian are the wing-backs. Kenny and Guisa in the central midfield with Reed, Mitrovic, Cavaliero. We'll look at the team shape more in depth when the game kind of gets going. Villa 4-3-3. Very, very settled. Exactly what I thought they'd do. I think that's an unchanged team from the game against Sheffield United, which we did as a watch along this past Monday. Exactly the same slot, in fact. That's probably why I thought it was 6 o'clock, not 5 o'clock. Martinez in goal. Cash, Konza, Mings, Target across the back. Douglas Luiz sat in front of that back four with McGinn and Hurahan joining him. Trezeguet right, Grealish left, Watkins up top. The players take the knee, and we are about to begin. Get your comments in, get your predictions in. We will dip in and out of the comments during the chat, but let's get a little kind of feel on the game first. And let's just have a look at that team shape for Fulham, which we're expecting to be sort of 3-4-3 type shape. But we just need to check where it is that Bobby Reed and Ivan Cavaliero line up. Hard to tell so far, but does look fairly sort of narrow. The kind of double number 10 sort of thing, and you get the width from the wing backs. Mitro just gets his foot trodden on there by Douglas Luiz early on. Little marker there. Let's have a look. Oh, okay. Maybe Reed, Bobby Reed is going to be more to Mitrovic's right. Here's Cavaliero down the left, crosses that one in. Mings heads that one clear. Kenny recycles out to Cavaliero on the left-hand side. Crosses left-footed. It's gone loose. Grealish back, and he helps his team defend there. Decent start from Fulham in this one. A little bit of early territory. Let's have a look at your comments here. Okay, backwards. Planet Football says 3-3. Yes, please, Planet Football. Fulham win, says Matthew. 1-0 Villa, Joe. 2-0 Villa, QPR. 2-2. 3-1 away win. 3-0 Villa. A lot in Villa's favour here. Not a lot of love for Fulham. Trevor will have some love for Fulham. Look, he's got Tom Kearney in his picture there. I can see Trevor off the bench on 65. His pace is key to what Dean wants off the bench. Interesting. Matthew says my shirt's interest. I think this is a good one, isn't it? I thought you'd be happy with that. Hi to Lewis. Lewis and I have been in touch today, talking Derby signings, and Jinder and I have been in touch today, talking Leeds as well. Great to hear from you guys. Giacomo says not very confident today. Think Fulham could edge it 2-1. McGinn shoots from 30, blocked by big old Hector. The big unit at the back there. Nothing doing there. Yes, I will be doing Norwich Derby in some way, shape, form or fashion. Here, time check. Stephen says I'm at 2 minutes and 30. There should be bang on. Matthew, stop worrying about my appearance, my friend. A must-win already, says Trevor. Aren't they all? Is Grealish hungry, Ben? Well, we will find out. I hope he is, because I got him in my fantasy team. I got way too many players in this game. I've got Anguissa, who was on my bench, and I've got Mitrovic, and I've got Grealish. So I could do with that 3-3. Get on the naughty step, Matthew. Jamie says, and would be happy with a draw. Anything to help Leeds out. A Villa win, so Fulham have 0 points on the board. There we go. Lewis is worried about Sunday. Right, let's get into this. One into the channel for Watkins to chase. Reeve heads that one away. And a nice tackle by Cavaliero on Cash there. Grealish into the box. Grealish has scored after 3 minutes of this one. It was a simple ball into the channel. Grealish somehow has got across from left to right. He's into the box as ever. His balance absolutely impeccable. Grealish, first time, half volley into the net. 1-0 Villa, 3 minutes gone. It's nothing doing, really. Reeve heads it clear. Brian, really poor clearance by him. It's McGinn, little chip. To be fair, it's a really good run by Grealish. He waits for Areola to come out. Waits, and then hits the shot in. 1-0 Villa. Captain Jack. Oh, it's a good finish, actually, when you look at the angle. Grealish and McGinn have always had a good kind of sort of synchronicity with each other. And Grealish with his first of the season there on just 3 minutes. 1-0 Villa. Get your thoughts in the comments. Quite the start as Fulham start the inquest there. Here's Grealish down the left. Now he's played it inside. McGinn is in behind. Oh, my goodness me. Fulham absolutely at sea at the back here. McGinn right into the box there. If he's got more quality, it's 2-0. If he can pick any one of the runners out. Fulham need to get hold of this one. Here comes Cash. Cavaliero has not fouled him, and the ball is turned over. And here come Fulham. What a start. Kenny down the left-hand side. And Douglas Luiz stops him. Loads of tackles going in. Loads of goal map stuff. What a start here. Anguissa puts his foot on it and spreads it wide to Adoy. Tete. Villa get men behind the ball. 5 minutes gone. A 1-0 Villa. Reeve has it at the back. Let's have a look here. Charlie's got Martinez in goal. Trevor, yes, I will be doing Brentford Fulham on Thursday. Looking forward to that one. Get in. Have Grealish in the dream team. There we go. Nice goal. Poor defending or nice finish, mate. I don't want to sit on the fence, but a little bit of both. It's very straightforward. It's just a chip over. And it's one of those ones where Grealish gives McGinn the eyes and says, look, I'm going. And it's just one chipped ball over the top. What is really good about it is as the ball bounces, Grealish knows exactly where Areola is and how fast he's running. And he just waits until he's mid closing him down and then hits it early enough to get that one past Areola and into the back of the net. And it is 1-0 Villa. Oh, look at that. Siri has decided to play Candle in the Wind off my phone. I don't know why. There we go. Here come Fulham. Anguissa out to Adoy. Comes forward back to Anguissa, who started well, despite the fact this team's already behind. Tete puts the cross in. Mitrovic peels off. Cash covering at right fullback. Brian up supporting. It's a very attacking game thus far. Brian plays back to Cavaliero, who crosses in, and it's headed out by Konza on the near post. Kenny's going to recycle it. Lovely ball by Kenny. Cavaliero into the box, looking for that right foot. He plows it into Cash's chest. You got to watch out for those now, Premier League footballers. That goes anywhere near your hand, we know there's going to be a penalty given. And Grealish has won it back, and then I thought he'd given it away, but Oh, God, the ball's turning over every 5 seconds of this game. Real harem-scarum stuff. Adoy gets his foot on it and plays it back to Reeve. Wow. Good luck in your job interview, Iain. Here comes Tete in the right wing position, the wing back now. A bit of space. Early cross. Good ball, actually. Mings reads that well and volleys it clear with Mitrovic lurking. All the best, says Charlie. Heretic says, is there any way both can lose? No. Giacomo says, Fulham have needed new centre-backs for season. Hector is not enough. He was very good in the Championship, wasn't he? Maybe Giacomo is right there. What have you missed, Jake? Completely balls to the wall first 8 minutes is what you've missed, with Jack Grealish opening the scoring on 4 minutes with really the first chance of the game. How's the game so far? Really good. Really enjoying it. And Guisa, he slid it in. Oh, Bobby Reid can't quite control that. And we sort of pause for breath for just a second. But what a start here in this one. It is Fulham 0, Villa 1. Grealish after 4 minutes. Here's Mings. Terrible ball by Mings. He learnt that at Ipswich, I think. Just boots it out of play. Dean Smith doesn't look happy on the bench, but he'll be very happy with the scoreline. 1-0 to Villa, and his captain off the mark for the season, no doubt. The first of many goal contributions this season for Grealish. Hector to Reeve. Fulham just getting their foot on the ball. Need to get a foothold in this game now. They haven't been without threat, to be honest, so far. They've looked all right. Advantage there. Looked like a target foul Tete. Big switch of play. Lovely control by Cavaliero. He's got Brian up with him. And, oh dear, after doing the first bit right, he messes up the second bit. And McGinn sweeps it up. Nice turn by McGinn, who plays it back to Grealish, who's all the way back in the right back position. He goes where he wants, I think, the Villa captain. A yellow card is coming out. I'm guessing that's going to be for Target on Tete. Yes. Target, who conceded a penalty in the opener last week against Sheffield United. He's a bit late. Tete's already going down. Yes. I don't know, kind of shin into Tete's calf there. Target takes the yellow card. Let me know what you think of that decision in the comments. And as the ball's gone dead, Bobby Reid doesn't look happy. He's puttering about something there. Jay says, sorry, your sponsor was asleep, but I am here now. Let's give him a shout then. Jay is our joint sponsor for this, being it's dearly departed and a watch along. Jay Coyle, dearly departed, also known as Ben couldn't bear to lose us. Marching on together. Thank you very much, Jay, and of course Charlie as well. Watch along, and I did. Mitrovic heads it, standing jump at the back post, floaty header, easily gathered by Martinez in the goal. Chris says, Adoy failed to track the runner. Ball watching, never a Premier League defender. They need someone to partner Hector. That's exactly what Giacomo, the Fulham fan, said. We lock one team, says Grealish in your fantasy team, Ben. Yes. So hopefully that's the first of 4 goals for him today. No offence to the Fulham fans, being selfish for my fantasy team there. Alan says, Eve, enjoy the game, will be a corker. Very good so far. Fulham need help in defence. It does appear that way. Leaking a lot of goals. Nothing personal, but I hope Fulham lose 4-3 with Mitro to score. Bobby Reid looked like he got booked for chitter-chattering with the ref there. Yellow card for Bobby Reid. Mitro to score a hat-trick to boost the old fantasy points. Chance would be a fine thing, wouldn't it, Jake? Hey? 12 minutes gone in this one. Fulham 0, Villa 1. Attacking throw-in for Villa. Target down the left. Grealish draws a foul, surely. Bobby Reid probably needs to watch his step. He's very much in the referee's sights at the moment, although the referee does not speak with him. Anyone else got the shadow rectangle in the top left of the screen? Is that my picture, Heretic? I'm not seeing anything there, but let me know if it is. Let's go, lads. Howdy, Ben. Says John Wayne. Attacking free kick for Villa. Left wing, Mings up. Put in by Hurahan. Easy one for Areola. Am I doing Villa Leeds? When is that, Mickey? Let me know when that is and I'll tell you. Remember, I can't do too many dearly departed. I have to keep my championship stuff going as well. We have to get the balance. There we go. Not in my pick. I'm not getting a shadow on my Sky picture. Mitrovic up at the back post, heads it onto the roof of the net. Mitrovic looks at it in the air, but the delivery so far have been, from a fair distance, both from Tete, I think, and a little bit floaty for him. Although he's up against Cash there. They want to get Mitrovic against Cash, not against Mings or Konza. That's a far better competition for Mitrovic there. Yes, I do have Anguissa in my team. Not intentionally, but there he is anyway. Going to have to get Jack O'Connell out. He's going to be out for a long while, according to Chris Wilder. So I think that's my transfers done for the week. After Man City Wolves, I believe. Haven't they already played? Here comes Grealish into the box. Slides it across and Hurahan has made it 2-0. I don't believe it. McGinn just laid it off. Oh, Fulham's defending. Christ alive. McGinn. So Grealish comes in. Obviously, they don't want to go anywhere near him when he's in the box. He slides it across. I think McGinn just gets a touch and Hurahan just has to pass it into the corner. It's 2-0. Fulham looking just hopeless at the back here. So Watkins has it in the left wing position, plays it in to Grealish. I think McGinn touches it. It's typical Grealish. He's so good when he's dribbling. He can still play the pass with the outside of his foot while he's running and disguise. McGinn does really well, actually. McGinn just kind of puts his foot on the ball and takes the pace off it. And Hurahan, with his weaker right foot, is able to, but just to be fair, he carves it a little bit. Oh, Scott Parker does not look impressed with that. Until Grealish is on fire in this one. He's been at the heart, scoring the first one and getting in there and helping out for the second one. Wow. Fulham 0, Villa 2, 14 minutes gone here. Not looking good for Fulham at all. He probably would have looked at this and thought, oh, okay, that's a team that's not been in the Premier League long. We'll have half a chance in this one. We're playing at home. They're 2 down after 14 minutes. And this 3 at the back system is not doing them any favours at all. Hung up for Cavaliero on the far post. He is going to head that one across and out. And the Fulham players look a little bit punch drunk, a little bit shell-shocked, whatever terminology you want to use. Let's flash up the banner. Fulham 0, Villa 2 so far. Dear oh me. Let's have a look here. Chris is here, up the bees. Funny how we've beaten more Premier League sides this season than Fulham. There you go. John says, early days, but I said after the Arsenal game that Fulham wouldn't get more than 15 points this season. Well, doesn't look like they're going to get any today unless we get quite the comeback. They'd need to be within a goal by half-time, you'd think. But, we love dearly departed versus dearly departed. Quick reminder, these are 2 of our dearly departed teams that Jay is talking about. We're following 5 Premier League teams this season: Leeds, West Brom, Fulham, Villa and Sheffield United. His Grealish again draws the foul from Anguissa. Either Premier League players just can't get wise to this, or it's just an easy way of stopping him. They know he's going to stick his body in the way. And there is nobody better at drawing. Look at that. Just waits for him. Bosch knocks him down. Free kick. I'd just be dumbfounded if I was Scott Parker at the way my team was defending at the moment. Villa, what a goal. Fulham look weak in defence. Need to fix up if they want to survive. Absolutely, they do. Jay's won his bet already. Cash out, Jay. Cash out. Take the money already, my friend. Not game over, though. If Mitro's breathing, he can score. Yeah, very true. Attacking free kick here. Hurahan swings that one in. Easy for Areola. Anyone else's picture frozen on Sky? Hopefully just mine. And it's back. There we go. Jamie says, Fulham, I think, have no hope this season. Would have thought they would have learned from a few years ago when they were relegated. Well, still a lot of games left, but this one, well, they've made it very, very hard for themselves in the first 14 minutes of this, haven't they? With just cut to ribbons twice by the movement of Grealish and his quality in the penalty box. Here they come, though. Adoy into Kearney. Kearney's going to switch to play. Good play by Kearney out to Joe Bryan. He crosses in. Mitrovic gets on the near post. If the plan here for Fulham is an extra defender means, in theory, they'd be better at the back, they're not. And the wing-backs are going to get forward and supply Mitrovic, then part of that plan is working because they've got 3 crosses onto his head so far, but the quality isn't quite there. Even if you're Mitrovic and, one of the best aerial players, certainly in the Championship, you still need to be heading the ball when you're inside of the posts and with some pace on it and hopefully not, marked up every time. And that's been the story so far. They're going to be going down as attempts on goal, but really Fulham have forced nothing, and Villa have had 2 very straightforward chances to go 2-0 up. McGinn takes a leaf out of Grealish's book there and stops in front of Joe Bryan to draw a foul there. Joe Bryan questioning that one, but yeah, there we go. Jay says his prediction of Fulham staying up looks awful now. May swap Fulham and Villa. Charlie has Fulham, West Brom, Sheffield United for relegation. Who would have predicted Bam Bam a better Premier League striker than Mitro? Well, we'll see. Mitro already with 2 goals to his name, I guess. Excuse me, it's going to make a noise as I open this can of Pepsi. Quick plug along the bottom there. You can support via Super Chat, Patreon, Amazon shop. If you are in our stream here, please hit the like button and get involved in the comments. We're 2,300 subscribers. Let's get to 2,400. So please hit subscribe. If you haven't, even if that's not how you consume your YouTube stuff, help me out. Hit subscribe. Slurp. 2-0 Villa. Here's Reeve. Spreads it all the way out to Tete. Mitrovic in the middle. Konza physical with him. Mitrovic nearly such a difficult player to defend against, nearly making space there, but both players kind of with their back turns, and the ball just rolls through to Martinez in the goal. Told you Ipswich would win the league. Mickey, Ipswich were top of the league in January last year and finished 11th. So please don't tell me Ipswich being top after 3 games means they're winning the league this season. They'll find a way to let us down, Mickey. Paddy's repaid my faith for sticking him in the fantasy team from the start. Paddy? Who's Paddy? Hurahan? I don't know. Watford have just confirmed Roberto Pereira's left to join. You guessed it. Udinese. Pozzo's moving some assets about again. When's Forestieri coming then, Joe? Maybe DePaul will come to Elland Road then. Yeah, Leeds fans are waiting for that one. Although Todd Cantwell bid gone in now for Leeds. Look like they've switched their attention. Here come Villa on the counter. Now, Kenny might get a yellow card for that one, I think. Yeah. stopping the counter attack. I mean, Kearney knew what he was doing there, but that's the third yellow card of the game already. Reed and Target have also been booked. Very eventful first 22 minutes here. Paddy Bamford. God, yeah, on fire. Mickey's got 20 quid on. Are you mad? He's got 20 quid on Ipswich to win League One. I hope you win. I hope you clean up, Mickey. I love it. Paddy Bamadonna. Charlie says, why do I get a feeling a red card is coming? Because there's already been 3 yellows. I know where you're coming from. Who's the ref, by the way? Hector Reeve. That was a drinking game at the end of last season, wasn't it? Kearney. Hector. Long diagonal from him. Cavaliero's got it in the left wing position. Konza goes out to challenge him, does well. And Cavaliero's going to foul him. These Villa players have got drawing fouls down to an absolute tier, haven't they? Perfect exhibition of it so far. I'm not saying they're doing anything wrong. They've just done it very well early on in this game. Martinez is God in goal, says Aku. He won't be conceding then. How good do Reading look? Well, very impressed with their manager. Well, the points total is very, very good. And the results are very, very good. Let's see if they can keep it up. Up the top of the league with Bristol City are Reading. 100%ers. Joe says Watford also set to sign Nigerian centre-back William Troost Ekon from, you guessed it, Udinese. Mings with the diagonal, gives the ball away. And Cavaliero this time going down under Matty Cash's tackle. And winning Fulham a free kick. Cavaliero, the one drawing a foul this time. Target to Mings. Goes home to Martinez, who's closed down by Mitro. Martinez just slides it to Konza, who looks a bit lost as to what to do. So he boots it up into the channel. Trezeguet, who I don't think I've mentioned at all, goes up and does not quite win that header. It's going to be Cash with the throw-in. In the right back position. And Konza again goes home to Martinez. Definite ploy by Fulham to close down the Villa keeper. Some idea that I guess that's where attacks are supposed to be launched from. They've not let him settle on it at all. Hector, Mitrovic, Anguissa. Mitrovic, Cash on the cover, does well. Nice little link up there by Anguissa and Mitro. This looks like a proper game. Absolutely. It's what a goal after 3 minutes does for you, doesn't it? Leeds in for Michael, can't say that, Cuisson from Bayern. Been linked with everybody now, aren't they? Evening to Glenn in the chat there, representing the Blades. Trezeguet, edge of the ball. Oh, wow. Trezeguet puts the cross in. Very Gascoigne Euro 96 type stuff. He slams it across the floor. Watkins looked very close to tapping that in on the back post. Would have been 3-0. Let's have a look at this. He would have been offside. Yeah, he would have been offside anyway. But still, they seem to be... haven't had any possession for the last 5 minutes, and still they cut through the Fulham defence to create a chance. Let's have a look here. Am I right saying, Ben, your team has conceded any goals in League One so far? No, they've won all of their games. 2-0 indeed. Marco says, Villa don't look too bad. Really can't see Fulham staying up this season. Sorry, Fulham fans. Been a very, very poor start. Iain says Ipswich may well win League One. They may only have to play a dozen games, as everyone else in bottom 2 tiers will go bust soon. That is the doomsday scenario. Iain, I will... I think you messaged me earlier, didn't you? Let me just double check. Check my DMs live on the air. Yes, we will. We will sort something out. I'm reading your message right now, Iain. Sorry, not to have replied already. Liam says Fulham have let the wrong centre back in Mawson leave, but happy to have him at Bristol City. Well, Mawson is certainly having a better time of it than Hector, Reeve and Adoy are at the moment, as we see John McGinn's touch map. Is Grealish okay? He's just over on the touchline speaking to the fourth official. I'm sure he'll be back into the game in a little bit. Jay says should have been game over. Yeah, a bit more composure by Trezeguet. If he can angle that ball across and maybe where Watkins holds his run, could have been 3-0. Fulham's defenders melt once they get into the Premier League. I can't disagree with anything anyone's saying about Fulham's defenders when they're 2 down after 14 minutes. It does not please me. But obviously, both our dearly departed can't win today because they're playing each other. Target heads clear, 28 gone. Fulham 0, Villa 2. We'll go to the split screen in a minute. We'll have a look at some numbers. I've just cast my eye across them. And I bet you all know what's coming in terms of possession. Let me just see this phase of play out first. Brian Ken, who's come a little bit deeper now to make the play. And Guisa. I've noticed this. Sorry, have they gone to a back 4? Where's Adoy gone? No, they haven't. 1, 2, 3. No, still sticking with the 3 centre halves. Scott Parker. At the moment, it doesn't matter how many defenders he plays. 3 conceded against Arsenal. 4 conceded against Leeds. 2 already conceded against Villa and Grealish and Hourihane and McGuinness. The midfielders bombing on that's torn them apart so far, hasn't it? Mickey says Brentford should have gone up with Leeds. However cruel that sounds, Brentford are further ahead than Fulham were in their pattern of play and development of team, weren't they? But Fulham did the job, didn't they? Leeds are yet to come in on it, according to Phil Hay. Phil Hay, the oracle of Leeds, basically the Leeds press secretary, isn't he? Ariola and Tete thinking, what the hell have we got ourselves into? Well, maybe. Mawson standing captain for Bristol City is only on loan. What do you think of that? I think it's good. I guess Bristol City are doing everything they can to convince Mawson that he might want to sign for them full time. Although maybe you're right, Liam. Maybe Fulham might want to recall him after seeing this. Chris replies, Mawson is worse than this lot in the Premier League. Even in a 3, he got caught in the left-back position near the touchline and got done for pace first half yesterday. Getting a strange sense of deja vu with this Fulham defence as Grealish wins a throw-in. Trevor, the Fulham fan, says, this is why I love the Championship. Are Fulham going to become one of those teams that are too big for the Championship and always boss it, but then struggle because they boss it and get back up in 1 year, struggle to build up a team that can challenge in the Premier League? Here's Grealish. Frankly, mocking Kenny Tete there and giving the ball away horribly there, Grealish. Poor play. Grealish puts his hand up to apologise. People say I'm biased when it comes to Mr. Grealish, and I do. I'm a huge fan of him, but that was shocking there, where he let his ego get in the way of his teamwork there. He was more concerned about winning this battle. But to be fair to him, he does put his hand up and say, I messed up there. But he's been superb, certainly the first 15 minutes of this one. Ranieri will be in charge by November. Now that they don't want to do. It didn't work out last time, did it? It's almost like Parker's kind of earned a reasonable pass with that promotion, hasn't he? Although I know Fulham fans might argue different if this season goes, particularly badly, if they're, really bad. And the rate they're conceding goals at the moment, they might well drop into that category. Into the channel, Trezeguet down the right wing into the box. Oh, tried to cut that back for Hourihane, who was arriving. Hector intercepts there. If he gets the pass right, clear chance for Hourihane. Fulham break. Bobby Reeve, good ball out to Cavaliero on the left wing. He's going to try and get that on his right foot. Cash will show him his left, undoubtedly. Cash jockeys him. We'll talk about Cash in a minute. And Guisa just he plays it behind Tete and straight out of play. Tete looks exasperated, but still gives him the thumbs up to try and encourage him. We've questioned Cash, really good going forward last season for Forest, in a sturdy defensive structure for Forest. Some people question how will he go in the Premier League there. He's got an interesting one today against Cavaliero where it's so frightfully obvious that he's going to come inside on his right foot all the time. And Cavaliero has beaten him 2 or 3 times already in this opening half hour. Get me your thoughts on Cash. We want him to do well. We want these players who star in the Championship to come up and do well. But maybe he could be doing a little better with some of these 1v1s with Cavaliero. Reed does well there. Kearney takes it off Anguissa's feet. Cavaliero, good football there. Reed plays it out to Brian. This will be a great goal if Brian can get the cross in. Brian in on the near post and Konza gets the clearance. They're going to turn it over though. Oh, Anguissa, he's had a really bad 2 minutes. Gives it straight away to Grealish, who plays into the channel early to Watkins. Excellent pass by Grealish. Watkins, has he got any support? He's going to go alone. Watkins onto the right foot, tries to shape for the top corner, completely overcooks it. But again, you see Fulham committing men forward, not creating chances. Villa just coming and picking them off and having all of the good openings in this game, despite the fact, it's a great pass by Grealish, actually, despite the fact that they're probably, well, should we bring the stats up real quick and I'll look at your comments in just a sec. Look, 70% possession for Fulham, 6 shots to 3. But look, 2 big chances to 0. Only 94 passes for Villa as well. So the game state is so patently obvious to all of us that Fulham are having a lot of the ball and Villa are cutting through when they do get a quick attack. Efficiency of attack is not even comparable here between Fulham and Villa here. But if you're a Fulham fan, you'd be hopeful that if that level of possession, keeps up, that maybe you're going to create a good chance. But 6 shots is 6 shots, but 3 of them have been really hard headers for Mitro. Here's Kearney. Lovely dink into Mitrovic. Good hold up by Mitrovic as well. Tries to dig it out and he can't. Grealish has it and he goes home to Martinez on the left foot. Martinez is going to kick that out of play by the look of that one. Watkins trying to hold out. Watkins does really well. Odoi surely fouling him there. No advantage. The advantage now given Douglas Luiz. McGinn, let's see efficiency of attacking play again. Villa just sitting on it as they wait for Watkins to get back up. Douglas Luiz tries to arrow the ball over to Jack Grealish. And Kenny looking rather fed up as he gets closed down, just boots it out of play. What's wrong with Kenny Tete? He's just sat down. He's pulled down his left sock. Has he got something taped up there? He's holding his left behind his shin, holding his left sort of calf muscle there as the physio goes over and has a word with Tete. Parker's having a word with Abubakar Kamara, who looks like he's definitely coming on here. I don't know how many instructions Parker can give that will make much difference at 2 down, but there we go. Let's have a look at some of your comments. Jack says, Fulham doing their best to keep us off the bottom. Chris says, why aren't Onuma, Cabana and Reeve not playing? Yet Cavaliero, who's lost his place in this run, is. You start to worry, Chris, don't you? Especially when you see the system change as well and players rotated in and out whilst there's a losing run going. You may as well settle the team if you're going to lose anyway, rather than have that. But there we go. Fulham and Norwich will never play each other again. Ships passing in the night. We're just waiting for Kenny Tete. I think he's going off. Yeah, he's got his sock rolled down and his shin pad off. Well, maybe it's the best place for him. Get out of this, eh? Steve says, being a Millwall fan, I can safely say that Fulham would really be better with Jordan Archer in goal. I definitely hope that Fulham don't come down this year. Need some sarcasm in that comment there. Jake says, Onuma was really good against us. They could have used his strength in midfield today. Yeah, they've been a bit lightweight, haven't they? It seems like Parker wanted to try this 3 at the back type thing. Let's see now. I'm guessing he's going to go 4-2-3-1. And Adoy's going to go over to the right back position. Beans, Camera, he's just giving the instructions out camera to the rest of his team. So it's going to be Hector and Adoy. Hector and Reeve centre half. Let's have a look at this team shape. Yeah, Camera's moving out to the right-hand side. Yeah, I think Adoy is going to go right back. Or is he? He's not going to play Camera at wing back, is he? Because it looks that way to begin with. Yeah, Joe Bryan's still very advanced. I think Abubakar Kamara is going to play right wing back, which wouldn't be his first choice position if you asked him. We'll see how this team shape settles down, but it doesn't look like a back 4 to me from the 30 seconds we can see and having no wide shot to look at from Sky. But we'll keep an eye on that. Anguissa, Kearney, Joe Bryan goes down the left-hand side. Nice first touch by him. Villa in a decent defensive shape, though. Fulham will need to play through. Haven't been able to thus far. Adoy to Camera. Deflected off target and back to Adoy. They'll look for Mitrovic on the far post. Poor from Adoy. Martinez tries the quick goal kick. They're just trying to turn Fulham because they know they can create chances. I'm pretty sure that is still a back 3 and Camera is playing at right wing back. Kearney. Anguissa. Kearney again. Lovely ball by Kearney. Great technique out to Camera. He's 1v1 with target. Again, they look for Mitro. Bit of pushing and shoving. We get one of those from the ref, whose name I do not know. And the ball goes all the way out. Here is Anguissa, who's found his way in the team and into my fantasy team, fortuitously. Long one forward by Hector. Cavaliero is doubled up with Trezeguet and Cash. He wins the corner. Does well, actually. Cavaliero. Now, can they bring Reeve up? Can they bring Hector up? And can they get Mitrovic free from this corner? Jez is not happy. I'm absolutely livid, amigos. Absolutely, for sure. I mean, this performance is a disaster. Couldn't cope with the midfield 3 in the first 15 minutes, could they, Jez? And now we've got a horrible game state where it's a 2-0 deficit and one team just prepared to now just counter and try and pick the other off. Sometimes you get the comeback, but often it goes 3-0, doesn't it? If Villa can sucker them in and then, get Grealish in a key position on a counter-attack. Corner comes in from Cavaliero, headed away by Konza. Bryan completely makes a mess of the volley. And Douglas Luiz goes down, and it's broken for Trezeguet now. He's charging towards goal. Watkins with him. He's found Watkins. That's dreadful from Watkins. I think he tried to say after the fact that he was trying to lay it off to Hurahan, but it's just a poor touch, frankly. And it's a counter-attack again. And Fulham have given it away. Grealish to McGinn. Brilliant skill by McGinn there. The Zidane turn used by John McGinn. Can they score from it now? Hurahan out to Watkins. Step over from Watkins. low into the box, and Hector again. Brilliant bit of skill by McGinn in the. It looked like he'd overrun it there, and that move we used to see Zidane use, where he stands on the ball, drags it around. Superb bit of skill actually there. I'm sure that will get a gift by the Villa fans. Akonza out to Matt Cash. Liam, I'll answer that in half-time, my friend. We'll talk about fans in stadiums and things of that nature. Steve says, Fulham have had plenty of possession but seem to lack ideas. Agree. Well, the idea seems to be get the wing-backs forward and get crosses to Mitrovic. But Mitrovic is a superb player. But, come on, he's he needs decent pace on the cross into a decent area and not to be completely marked up every time. Else he's going to find it hard. John Walk, Fulham had the same problems last time around. Steve Morrison, exactly right. Poor defensively. Too many signings can cause an error to disjointed. One-way ticket through the trap door, says John Walk. And if you haven't heard of John Walk, if you're a younger watcher, John Walk was arguably, behind Kevin Beattie, Ipswich Town's second greatest player of all time, and from central midfield in the 1980-81 season, scored 36 goals from central midfield, including 14 in the victorious UEFA Cup campaign. Anyone saw John Walk play? I did when he was a centre-back, when he was about 36 years old. What a player. Jake says, if you kill Mitro's service, you kill his threat. Absolutely. Give him good service and he's lethal, isn't he? But there we go. Hey, mate, just got a notification. Hope you well. Which of the 3 promoted teams do you think will stay up? Leeds. Well, I'm watching a Fulham game where they're looking like going on for 0 points for the 3rd game running here. So Leeds obviously look the biggest threat of the 3 to stay up, don't they? At the moment, 6 points for Leeds. Charlie agrees with me. John McGinn, that was beautiful. Like a Zidane, indeed. We saw him use that manoeuvre, Zidane. What a player he was. Trezeguet, has he swapped? I think he swapped wings with Grealish for the time being. And here is Grealish on the right-hand side. Oh, lovely ball by Grealish, but Trezeguet falls over as he receives it. Paul Mariner was my favourite. Stop it. Stop it, John, now. The time when Ipswich had international strikers. Plenty of them in the squad. Love the history lesson, absolutely. Villa won 1973 against Fulham. Is that the last time? I'm sure it wasn't, because they beat them. Fulham beat Villa in the playoff final, not the other way around, didn't they? Here's Grealish down the right. Nice ball to McGinn via Matt Cash, laid back to Hurahan, who shoots from way, way out. And it's going to just trickle out for a corner. Sorry, we've gone up to 45 minutes. 4 minutes of stoppage time. Ben, tell me where that fire shirt is from. Mickey, it's from Zara. You can pick this one up on the high street. It's not a charity shop job. Is that the real John Walk in the chat? I got my photo taken in when he was left. John Walk came to my school sports day as well at Stoke High School in Ipswich. Tremendous. What a hero. Should be a billionaire if he played at Premier League level nowadays. But Hurahan crosses in. Oh, my goodness me. Watkins is free on the near post there. If he can just glance that header, it's 3-0. And he slaps the meat of his forehead and goes well wide. Let's have another look. Oh, it's a good chance again. I know the stats are going to come up and tell us that the tons of possession that Fulham have had, but Villa could have just done this by now. Goodness me. Don't be so dismissive, Ben. Madagascar and Gibraltar have international teams. There we go. Paul Mariner, though, was an England international at a time where there's some very, very good England forwards as well. This, everyone, is the Egyptian Trezeguet, not the former Monaco and Juve star David Trezeguet. What a player he was as well. The Marseille turn It's cool. Such a beautiful move. And when it's done like that as well, where he'd look like he'd overrun it, and we see so many players use it kind of out of context where they've got loads of space. McGinn used it really properly there. He'd really suckered the defender in and just swung around him. Yellow card for Joe Bryan, is it? McGinn is down. Let's have a look at this one. Ouch. McGinn takes the yellow on 45 plus 2 minutes now. Sorry, Joe Bryan takes the yellow on McGinn. 45 plus yellow. So Kearney, Bryan, Reed, and Target all in the book here as we come up to half time here. Mills was a great defender. Nice back heel by Trezeguet there. Can't quite pick out Grealish there. Bobby Robson, a manager well before his time. What a guy, hey? What a man. Oh, we're just doing Ipswich history now. I love it. Gates, Wymark, Mariner, Mills. What a team. Probably stop it, Iain. Yeah, probably the best team not to win the league. Ipswich coming runners-up to Aston Villa in 80-81 with just a ridiculous team. The UEFA Cup team where Kevin Beattie would get wheeled out because he couldn't play all the league games at that point. So Cooper, Burley was injured for a lot of it. So Osman, Butcher, McCall and Mills, but Beattie would come in for the UEFA Cup games. And then, just ridiculous, Walk, Tyson and Murin were the midfield three with Gates, Brazil and Mariner up. I literally can't say it without laughing because it's so good. It's not true. But there we go. Half time here, guys. Half time. It is Fulham 0, Aston Villa 2 in this one. I'll just let my illustrious Mrs. Shaylee know because she likes to come up and make her halftime predictions, and she has a 100% record, but I don't think she's going to find this one too hard with it being 2-0. Let me know your thoughts on that first half. Jack Grealish opening the scoring on 3 minutes, 4 minutes, I think it was. McGinn just dinks it over the top. Grealish makes the diagonal run from his position, nominally starting on the left. He waits for Areola to come out and then just steers it past him. Lovely goal by Grealish. And then on 14, Conor Hourihane again. Grealish quality into the box. He's so quick with his feet. Dribble. Outside of the right foot, then lays it across. McGinn just takes the pace of it. And Hourihane, so all three. Well, I know Grealish is not playing central mid today, but the two attacking central midfielders, the two number 8s for Villa there, combining there to make it 2-0. There's been a load of possession for Fulham, but they haven't been able to use it and create any big chances. Really, I'll come to your comments in just a sec. I'm just going to pull up the stats, guys, and you will see what the game state is. 64% possession, but I think we all know that it hasn't, or it's been utilised far more efficiently by Villa than it has by Fulham. 6 shots apiece, 2 on target, however, for Villa. And only 1 on target for Fulham. Corner apiece, 3 big chances to 0 as well. So, as I always say, big chances are very, very revealing. Only 163 passes for Villa, 282 for Fulham. But look, we know the game state, don't we? We know what's happening here. They've been picked off twice by a couple of moments of quality by Aston Villa. Let's have a look at some of your comments here. Jay says Watkins has been poor. He's run the channels reasonably well, but hey, that doesn't, you don't pay 28 million quid or whatever for that. I think in the Premier League he needs to glance that header in, but hey, there we go. Jez says, I don't want to knock a young man, but this Ollie Watkins looks like a bit of a S-house to me, boysies. Yeah, he needs a goal, doesn't he? Kevin Beattie, what a great player for Ipswich, says Arsenal wins matter. The greatest player for Ipswich, say my more knowledgeable friends who were allowed alive at the time. Bradley says, keep up the good work. What did I think of the Bury situation last season? Yeah, Bury were hung out to dry by a bit of a Machiavellian owner. Similar issue to Wigan, really. If the owners aren't fit, there's not really a lot anybody can do about it, can they? They run these clubs into the ground, don't they? Marco says, last time Villa won in London was against Spurs. Benteke got the goal, kept them in the Premier League. Really? Well, I think they might be getting a London win today. I've got a feeling Fulham will get 2 controversial pens in the second half, says Jake. Specific. Very. Benjamin says, remember Mauricio Tarico? Of course I do. Danny Sonner too. Me and my mum saw him at a game. Passed him going into the ground. Nice bloke. Mickey Stockwell, I know his son Corey. Mickey Stockwell fits kitchens now. That's what ex-Premier League players who just missed the gold rush have to do. Charlie says, strong half from Villa. Fulham look poor at the back, but threat going forward. Next goal, huge. Agreed. Mitro to get one back and a dodgy injury time penalty equaliser. Some very specific predictions going in this one, guys. Love it. Easy half-baked prediction for Shaylee. Let's see if she makes an appearance. Jez says, I would like us to sign Adam Armstrong from Blackburn. Very good option. Yeah, Armstrong looks excellent this season. Already 5 goals. Maybe it would do him to have one season steady in the Championship scoring. And I have to look at Roy Keane, a appallingly bad Ipswich Town manager. Although you wouldn't think it from the way he goes on about things on the telly. You'd think he'd won 3 European Cups. But there you go. He was a great player, wasn't he? Daily Shaylee. I like that. Is she going to come up? They are calling for her. Let's just say. Fulham pre-match warm-up. I don't know what Roy Keane is saying about the Fulham pre-match warm-up. I'm sure it's typically hilarious. Alan says, still sticking with 3-1, enjoying the game so far. We seem to be more attack-minded this season. Well, Villa are possibly going to be going on to 3 goals, 4 and 0 against. Jamie Carragher's got his little iPad and pen out. He's just having a look at the Grealish goal. I'm sure he'll be able to give us some good insight. Good pundit, Jamie Carragher. McGinn just dinking it over the top. Grealish waits for Areola to come. I think Areola doesn't do a very good job of making himself big. He kind of turns side on. We'll see what Carragher is pointing out. You never know, he could come good. Watkins was a fine player in the Championship. I wish him well. Hopefully, indeed, I think Carragher's going to point out, is that Tim Ream? Or yeah, it looks like Dennis Adoy losing his runner. As McGinn chips it up and over. Yeah, he's right, Carragher. I think Chris said in the chat as well, Adoy just, he's got him in his line of vision and just doesn't go with him at all. I mean, we know Grealish is good, but if you give him that much space, obviously. Sam says, what do you think of Daniel Farke's comments and the whole Campbell-Buendia situation? Yeah, it did seem a bit of a burial, didn't it? Daniel Farke coming out. We're just having a look at the second goal here. Quality play by Grealish, little knock-off by McGinn. Are they going to be pointing out someone not going with the runner? Oh, dear, it's Adoy again. Carragher's just circled there. I'll talk about that just in a second. So Adoy gets drawn out in the first instance. Big space behind him, and then Tete doesn't go. Grealish just punishes them, doesn't he? What do I make of Daniel Farke's comments? So Farke basically came out and said that he will pick the team that deserves to play, not the best 11 players if they haven't been training well, etc., even if that is a reduction in quality. I don't know. It's a high-risk tactic, isn't it? Because does it alert other clubs to the fact that they're going to take a few million quid off their transfer fee? I don't know. We'll see what happens. But Cantwell out of the team now and out of the squad, and no sign of Buendia. So I think if you gave Farke anywhere near their valuation now and got them both out and let him get on with his job of trying to get Norwich promoted, I think he'd probably take that now. But I think if I was a Norwich fan, I would trust in Farke. And it does divide the fans, though, doesn't it? Because do they now, back the Norwich players who are playing, or say, we've got these two really good players who aren't in the team because they've fallen out. But there you go. Let's see. Where are we now? Monday night, October the 5th. But if anyone can explain how the transfer window works to me, I think it's only Premier League to Premier League that can't deal after Monday, October the 5th. Someone let me know if they actually understand the transfer window rules. I need to read up on it. So Adam Armstrong, would be a good player. Jack says, I think worrying for Fulham is they didn't score a load in the champ. If Mitro didn't score, then who? Well, I agree, Jack. We had this conversation all of last season. In the best thing and the worst thing for Parker was that he had Mitrovic, because even if the pattern of play wasn't fully developed or the team wasn't quite there yet, Mitrovic would bail them out time and again. But you'd always take a 30 goal a season striker. Here comes Shaylee, I think. Are you up for your halftime? It's a really easy one, my darling. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Your Disney pajamas are you going to come down into shot today? No, you don't get to see much of Shaylee. Darling, it's a really easy one for you today because it's Fulham 0, Villa 2 at half-time. I know you like to look at the possession. Fulham have had 64 and scored 0. Villa have had 36 and scored 2, but created 3 big chances to Fulham's 0. So can you go 4 for 4 here, Shaylee? It's Fulham 0, Villa 2. Who's going to win this game?
Who's 2?
Villa.
Aston Villa.
Oh, bless you. You tired, my darling?
She's got a headache.
Oh, Shelley's got a headache, guys. She is so far... Sorry, did I just pat you on the backside? Did I me too you then? Sorry, don't do that. Stop it. So you've gone for Villa. You're 3 for 3. And you're going to be 4 for 4, I think.
I hope so.
You hope so. Okay, darling.
High expectations.
Well, I think the watchers have. Are you going to hang around and take any questions?
Depends who's commenting.
Get your questions in for Shaylee if you want while she's here. Anything more here? Oh, I did promise I'd answer Liam there. Thoughts on fans not going to stadium? Liam, I don't think it will be the full 6 months, but football fans are going to be last in the government queue, aren't they? Slim Reaper, who looks like a Villa fan from his picture. Hope your girl feels better.
Should be called Slim Shady at school. Not because I was slim,
but because you're the real Slim Shaylee.
Yeah.
She's first day back after not being there and isolating. Put some Vicks on your head, darling. Says.
Oh, that's a good point. I've got that headache still.
David, I know where that is. David. That Millwall Lion is under the bridge as you go into Millwall there. So let's have a look here. Alex, Ben, don't worry her pretty little head with things she can't hope to understand like football. That's tremendous.
I have no words.
He's only joking, babe, honestly. I know, Alex.
Well, yeah, I trust.
Are you going to trust my judgment there?
Badger me.
Wine will help. Are you on the wine tonight, darling?
No.
Sam asks, I know what the answer to this is going to be because it's going to involve something that doesn't involve the football. But what do you enjoy most when you join Ben on an away day, Shaylee? What is it? Is it the restaurant? Is it the car journey?
The 12 bites.
Kew Gardens, 12 bites. What is it?
I quite enjoy the journey.
The journey.
But you do normally feed me well to keep me going.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's probably. And Nugglemen.
The
They're the
Nugglemen.
best bit of the actual football.
Shaylee, we often sit on halfway wherever we go, and you tend to get a fair selection of elderly men that tend to just befriend Shaylee, and
cute.
She'll then start talking to you. You do it on purpose, though, don't you? Start talking to them, don't you?
Wow.
How do you spell your name?
Shali.
Jay's got a headache too.
Jay can also spell my name. So.
Marco loves your PJs.
Thanks, Marco Denley.
It's amazing how they made that lion in the mural look so unlike a lion.
Wow.
Steve's not happy with the mural.
Sorry, Steve.
Alex is now backpedaling from his joke and he's giving you a mural. There you go. That's why I asked it. Surprised he didn't say going to the shop. There's a very funny.
No, after the time you left me at the shops for 6 hours.
Check this out. There's a very funny watch along we did where Shaylee goes to Westfield and gets drunk, and then I find her in a complete state
Only because
afterwards.
I've been in all of the shops and I had nothing else to do.
Give her your chair, mate. She's deliberately not sitting down because she doesn't want to be in the shot.
I'll fall asleep.
Shaylee, has the B&M lorries calmed down now? Are you happy about the B&M lorries?
I'm not unhappy about them, but they're there.
This is a running joke. Charlie works at the B&M factory down the road from us, and we see about 1,000 B&M lorries from our window a day.
Let us know if they ever change the route so I can get excited about them going a different way.
We're about to go. Jack Grealish is taking. What?
He'll put it in his Amazon link.
What are we using at the moment? I think there might be another couple of questions on. Lovely lass. James is back, Shaylee. Did you show Shaylee all of the innuendos we were up to yesterday? I think you saw some of them, didn't you?
Yeah.
The lead centre half is called Cock, isn't he?
Obviously.
Benny's Frank Gallagher and my dad. No, my dad is a wonderful man called David. Seen it. That's why I said it. One of my favourite videos of yours. Drunk Shaylee is hilarious. Yeah, all too rare occurrence, Drunk Shaylee, isn't it? Right, my darling. Give me a kiss.
Bye. Ow, bye.
So you gone for Villa?
Yeah.
Yeah, easy one, that one, isn't it?
Let's not let me down.
I'll see you in about an hour, yeah? That was halftime Shaylee Daily. Shaylee's half-baked predictions or whatever we're calling it. An ever popular segment of the show. As we come back into the second half here, Graham says 2-0 is a dangerous scoreline, or so they say. Are there any stats to back that up? Yeah, I'd like someone to do an analysis of the percentage chance of 2-0 or the probability based on facts coming back. But there we go. What a lovely couple. There we go. James, I can't read that out. Right. I think. Hope that doesn't put the mockers on my Villa. I don't think it will, Slim. I think there might be another goal in it. No more lorries, Charlie. God, I sound like a proper not in my backyard guy, don't I? Long diagonal there, looking for Joe Bryan. Cash heads it out. I think Villa will be quite happy with the game state as it was from 2-0, where they were sat back and just trying to pick Fulham off for the third goal without conceding too many chances. Grealish, straight past the Doy. That's got to be a yellow card. Completely left the Doy in his wake there. Oh, dear. I can see yellow card for a Doy here. Grealish just way too good for him there. I can see the argument about Villa's defenders here. Dear oh me. Grealish just does him completely, and then the pullback there. Not good. Not good at all. David says Fulham may as well stay in the Championship. Langy's here. I've met Langy. Haven't I? Oh, no, we've definitely chatted. Fulham fan with my tin hat on here. Hope Tony Khan just watched that humiliating analysis from Karen Keane on Sky. He's probably too busy. Oh, hello. It's 3-0. Tyrone Mings. has scored from the set play. Oh dear, 47 minutes down. I genuinely feel sorry for Scott Parker. He sent his team out, and within 2 minutes, Dennis Odoi has been completely obliterated by Jack Grealish. Hourihane whips the free kick. Oh, what are they doing? Oh my God, it's so straightforward. I don't know if VAR will have a look for offside because he's miles clear and just prods it in, Tyrone. Ex-Ipswich player here. But what else can Scott Parker do if his team can't defend a straightforward set play? Oh, dear. Dean Smith celebrates the goal. I bet he can't believe his luck. Oh, dear. 3-0. Let me update the banner here. I don't know if VAR is looking at it. No, they're not even looking at it. I haven't had a look or been privy to the offside, maybe, but it's 3-0 and it's all over, isn't it? It's dearie me. You just don't want it to be that easy, do you? Mings gets the third for Villa here, 47 minutes, 12 from the set play. Game over. Just too easy. Just really, really too easy. You never offer Shaley the draw, just the observation. No, true. Plucky says, I told you Scott Parker is not up to the job for the whole of last season. Good players he had for the championship. He's lucky he has a promotion on his CV. Well, seems to be panning out that way. So, big tackle there by Konza on Cavaliero. All okay after that. Camera is trying to recycle the attack. Does well there just to prod it away to Kearney, who is tackled by Trezeguet. Hourihane falls over and gives it straight back to Anguissa, who goes down, and Villa clear with Grealish, who in turn gives the ball away. Here's the much maligned Odoi, who again is probably going to have some culpability for giving away that free kick as Bobby Reid forces a corner from Tyrone Mings. Thoughts on Akpom's debut for our borough? Well, he scored within 20 minutes. You always want to see a striker score on the debut. Good goal as well, coming near post from the corner. Long may it continue for him. And if you're a Borough fan, corner in from Fulham. Mitrovic in there, doesn't go loose. Douglas Luiz, who has a habit, which is a good habit if you're a central defensive midfielder, falling on the ball. It's recycled, though. Bobby Reid, speculative effort that's actually going to go all the way over to Cavaliero. He crosses again. Mitrovic is probably tearing his hair out there, and they've been in good crossing positions, but they haven't given Mitrovic a decent headed chance in between the posts with a decent cross yet. He'll get the headers on target, but he just hasn't had one yet, has he? So 2-2 for Mings now. No, Konza scored in the last game, but Mings is going to be a fantasy league guru because he got an assist and a clean sheet in the last game. He's currently on for a goal and a clean sheet. Let's see. David says, Scott Parker, a championship manager at best. I can read that one, James. Stephen Allen, I didn't rate Akpon's debut. Got tired too quickly. He was blown like a tuba. Very nice. Jay says it. I've said it a little more politely than that, but yeah, Adoy's had a horrible game today, hasn't he? Bless him. McGinn out to Cash into the box. Cash crosses to the back post. Watkins gets a shout from Hourihane. Grealish with the shot, and it's blocked there. Fulham come away on the counter here. Bobby Reid just hoofs that down the ground, and Martinez just stands still and catches it. Dearie me. Evening all. Fulham's defence are a shambles. Oh dear, it's not been good. I love to go to Fulham. Beautiful part of the world. Lovely to park up there and have a walk by the river. Nothing against them, but it's not gone well today, has it? Here's Grealish, the one man they won't want to see on the ball. Grealish into McGinn. McGinn gets the shot off. They're just tearing through them. They haven't even had that much possession, have they? McGinn this time getting in behind and getting the shots off. Areola stands up well and makes the save there. Here's Cavaliero. Good play by him. Sets Camera out down the right wing. And it just feels like Fulham are falling into Villa's chat here because they keep countering and countering and countering, and the game is stretched, which is not going to help. Not going to help the Fulham defence if the game is stretched and allowed to counter-attack. Do you think Fulham will have less points than Norwich last season? How many did Norwich get? I don't recall. Mid-20s, was it? Or high 20s? Not many, was it, with that big streak at the end of the season? Here's Joe Bryan into Anguissa. Kearney. Back out to Bryan. Takes on Trezeguet. Low cross. Again, Mitrovic will be frustrated. The service not there for him. And Grealish. Shall I say it or shall we all drink? Grealish draws the foul. Adoy pulling him. Again, the master at winning fouls, Jack Grealish. Such a good dribbler. Slim says the Cottage has been a bogey ground for us over the years, so I'm in shock. Yes, I saw Villa play Fulham at the Cottage. And who scored from halfway? I can't remember. Was it Naskins, Cabano, Floyd Aita? I can't remember. Someone will let me know in the chat here. I wonder if Fulham may spend big this week. Owner can certainly afford it. Yes, Fulham have very wealthy owners in the Khans, but still FFP, isn't there? Plucky. There's potential in this squad to stay up, but not with Parker. Some players are good enough for the Premier League. Yeah, Plucky. When you're reeling through the names, Mitrovic, Kearney, there are good players in there. I mean, I like Hector. Whether he's up to the Premier League or not, we'll find out. But into the channel here, Watkins, they're in behind the game with one pass. Watkins holds it up. Reeve goes with him. Watkins back to target. Grealish tries the back heel return. And Adoy wins the goal kick off of target. Jay says Leeds had a 3-goal lead shortly after the break and then Fulham come back. Not sure it will help today. Simon says 2 more goals and Villa will be third. And this is only their second game as well, isn't it? Charlie's off to work there. I'll tell us slow down the lorries there. Meet for a beer. Yeah, when the rail is back to normal. Are Hector and Reeve both playing? Yes, they are. We did have a Hector Reeve there. When am I doing a Millwall live watch along? When they're on Sky, David, and I can't wait. Oh, Cavaliero with the shot. Horrible goalkeeping, but the goal appears to have been disallowed. No, it hasn't. There was a big shout there. I think it's just a terrible mistake by Martinez there. What on earth happened there? Cavaliero has it. He comes in off the right, hits it left-footed. Mitrovic is in an offside position, but Reed isn't. Oh dear, hopeless goalkeeping by Martinez. They've just spent 20 million quid on him. What happens? The shot comes through. I mean, Mings jumps in front of him, but Martinez is well behind it and just spills it. Bobby Reed puts it in. Possible foul they're checking. They're checking for a Reed foul on Konza on the VAR. Let's have a look. Oh, no, sorry, a Mitrovic foul on Konza. Does he pull him down? Let's see what the VAR guys say. Has he disallowed it? He seems to be running in that direction. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be disallowed by VAR. So I think Martinez gets away with one there. Oh, no, I beg your pardon. I think the referee's just going to go and have a look. So we'll find out whether Mitrovic does commit the foul on Ezri Konza. He's got his arm around him and Konza goes down. We'll see what the ref comes up with. He's just having his second look at it. I think this one may well get disallowed. Yeah, he pulls his right arm. It's silly from Mitrovic. I think it's a foul, isn't it? I'd be surprised if this one gets given. Yeah, the goal's been disallowed. Yeah. So Mitrovic has his right hand on Konza's shoulder. It's silly from Mitrovic, really. because Konza, is he going to clear it? Yeah, Konza's probably going to end up marking Mitrovic there rather than Bobby Reed. So yeah, 3-0. I think it's probably the right call by the VAR there. Charlie says, Ben, who do you think is the worst defensive team in Premier League history? Has Hector gone off? Hector's gone off for Le Marchand, and Adoy has stayed on. I'm not sure what I make of that. There we go. I guess that's a straight swap. No, don't cash out, Jay. You're all right. No goal there. Worst defensive team in Premier League history. It was Ian Holloway's Blackpool, probably, wasn't it? They were very easy to score against. I always answer one of Biggie D's political questions. With Andrew Neil leaving the BBC, would you consider a Benjamin Bloom political common sense segment for the channel? I'd tune in. I'll stick with the football, but isn't some very conservative guy from the Telegraph going to take over the BBC? I don't know. Now, Liam, there's a rule on overrated comments here. Mings is so overrated, never tries to play the ball out, just hoofs it upfield. Steady defender, though. Well, I think you might not have broken my overrated rule there because you've actually qualified your view there. Yellow card for McGinn. My rule on overrated is you have to say what did somebody say that overrates them, and I think what you're saying, Liam, there is that people say he plays out from the back. So I think Liam has passed my qualification for using the term overrated there. So I'll take that back, my friend. Mitrovic finally gets a reasonable bit of service and just heads past the far post there. I still stand by the fact if he gets a chance inside the posts, he generally scores them. He's just outside the far post there, loops the header. Unlucky there, Mitrovic. He's so good in the air, isn't he? Just heads it wide of the post. There. Harry disagrees. All Mings does is pass it out. There we go. We're entitled to a debate here. There we go. Fulham desperately need a new backline. It would appear that way. I think certainly pattern of play is part of the reason here, rather than just outright individuals. It's been disallowed. VAR is helping us this season. When last season we couldn't get anything from them. I expected them to get that one for Fulham. Well, it looked like a foul, didn't it? I think no one's got a problem with VAR when you can see a foul and it's a foul. Defensive restart here for Fulham with 60 minutes gone. 3-0. White Hart does make a good point. Fulham's pre-season shorter due to the playoff. Maybe a mitigating factor. Spidey is here. He's been out saving the world. What's up, Ben? Sorry I'm late. All good here, Spidey. Fulham are doing a very good job of not defending very well and conceding lots of goals. It's 3-0 Villa. But you have missed a lot of Fulham possession, which says a lot, doesn't it? Thoughts on Liverpool-Arsenal tonight? That should be a good one. And very selfishly, for my fantasy team, I hope Mohamed Salah scores and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, I can't talk, doesn't. Crossed into the box. Mitrovic heads that one over the top. The service is improving. Constant, nice and tight, and Mitrovic leaning back. He was between the posts there, as I'd requested, but still a difficult chance there. And maybe the best chance Mitrovic has had. He's getting closer, isn't he? Lemonhead is in Toronto there, in probably not so very sunny Canada and cold Canada. So I like cans of Pepsi Max, cherry and raspberry. This is a normal Pepsi Max, I have to say. I drink way too much of this stuff. Probably be the death of me. Watkins wins the flick on. Le Marchand sweeps it up. Adoy goes home to Areola in the goal, who kicks long, 62 minutes up. Mitrovic is winning most stuff in the air now against Konza and Mings. The ball going back to front fairly quickly. Messy last couple of minutes. Villa not having that much possession now. Not that they've had a great deal throughout the game, but it is kind of all Fulham. But that's fine. Villa are happy to sit back, as you would be on a 3-goal lead. Jesus. Anguissa out to camera. Into Reed. Good feet by Reed. Does really well. Into the box. Shifts it right. Mings makes the block. And Hurahan clears. Recycled by Adoy. Anguissa switches play out to Brian. It's not a great pass. It's behind him. And they have to kind of reset. Villa up to 4th. Am I seeing things? It's going to be 2 wins from 2, isn't it? And no goals conceded so far. Great start for Villa in the 2 dearly departed games thus far. Alan says, wasn't that a back pass to Fulham's keeper? I think it had already gone dead before that was passed back. Mitrovic again in the box there. He's about 14 yards out there, heads that one wide. He's probably had about 6 or 7 headers at goal now, Mitro, hasn't he? They're just getting touch tight, aren't they? Charlie says Blackpool conceded 78. Fulham conceded 81. Do you think Fulham will concede more or less than the last year? Oh, crikey. 81 in 38 games. God, that's a lot. 2 a game? That's basically what we're saying. I'll say no, because I want our dearly departed to be competitive, but that's more my heart speaking than my head at the moment. Reed. Diagonal. Cash cuts it out easy. Back to Martinez, who was very much let off by that Mitrovic foul in the build-up to the disallowed Bobby Reed goal. Grealish draws another foul from Odoi. Mitro is a service striker, as you said, Ben. If they can give him some decent service, he could drag them back into it. Yeah, Konza and Mings are just doing enough now, aren't they? They're touch tight. They understand he's going to, beat them in the air quite a lot, but they're not giving him any easy chances. So that's pretty much most of what you can do with a big, strong, physical target player with a good leap like Mitrovic. Just make it hard for him. Just don't give him any easy-headed chances between the posts. Douglas Luiz, lovely ball into McGinn, out to Cash. Good move, this. Cash puts the cross over Grealish. Oh, yet again, we've seen 15 minutes possession pretty much from Fulham, and then Villa cut them open. It's a difficult chance for Grealish, but he's so good that you expect him to get it on target. He might have been offside, actually. I think he might be trying to cushion that back across for Watkins. Let's have a look at his eyes. Yes, he is. I think he's trying to cross that. Doesn't quite get the technique right, which is a rarity for him, but he might well have been offside. I think VAR might have had something to say about that. Like and subscribe, please do. Oh, good point. Swindon letting 100 goals back in the day. Remember, Glenn Hoddle took them up and then went off to work for Chelsea, didn't he? Ben, why are you not sponsored by One Football? I don't know what One Football is, Marco. Let me know. Where's that comment from Jay? That looked quite funny. Joe Bryan, low cross there. Konza and Martinez get it clear. As Fulham start yet another potentially fruitless attack. Kearney out to Camera, playing at wing-back. Camera. Cross in. Konza does well there ahead of Mitrovic that time. I think Parker should stay on now, says Ashley. Sacking the manager isn't all the answer. Fulham relied too much on Kearney and Mitrovic. Ben, can Parker not see what's going wrong? He just can't do it as a manager at any level. Who comes in for him if he's sacked? Over international break. Reed into the box. Bobby Reed. Oh, he's got it back. He's got another go to cross it. And smashed in by Anguissa. Blocked by Matt Cash there. My eyes lit up there in terms of the Fantasy League. And Reeve takes out McGinn. Another yellow card for Fulham. I beg your pardon, sorry. Le Marchand is going to get a yellow card. Slides right through John McGinn. Who would come in for Parker if he did get sacked? Eddie Howe? I don't know. You tell me in the chat. Would you rather go to the Carrot Cruncher derby while Marcus Stewart changed Shaley out for the evening, or take Shaley out yourself and miss the derby? I hate the East Anglian derby, so I'll go out with Shaley. Ipswich haven't beaten Norwich in 10 years. It's the worst. And if I didn't go, Ipswich would obviously win, so I would happily make that sacrifice. Big Sam for Fulham. There we go. Brian. Camera. Back to Brian. On the left foot. Opens up. Doesn't get the shot on target there. Nassef Sawiris, Aston Villa executive chairman there, is in one of those terribly uncomfortable wooden seats in the listed Johnny Haynes stand there. Probably trying to look round a post there. Love going to Fulham, don't get me wrong, but I will be sitting hopefully in the new Riverside stand next time I go. Foul by Douglas Luiz. Fulham have looked like a one-trick pony tonight, says Jay. Wingbacks crossing into Mitro. Yeah, I mean, if that one trick, if the service is really good and they can get the wingbacks in really good positions by overloading and really good possession and moving the opposition around, fine. But they haven't done that. So you have to get your wingbacks in good positions, or they have to be David Beckham and Kevin De Bruyne level of crossing. And then you might stand a chance. But no, it hasn't worked, has it? Good football by Fulham here, though. Kenny, again, they're looking for Mitro, but how many crosses have they put in the box here? As Villa win an attacking set play, which Grealish is going to take his time over. Glenn says, Ben, don't you feel since COVID, no fans in the stadiums, we're seeing different games, unpredictable, i.e. Leicester bit. Yeah, I think there's instances in games where they stretch out in a way they wouldn't otherwise if there were crowds there. So I know what you mean, Glenn. Whereas maybe a crowd would help a team not completely go under. The teams are going under nowadays, aren't they? Headed away by Adoy, McGinn, Target. McGinn's been excellent today, hasn't he? Poor ball by Target, but Cash has got enough pace to keep it in. And he goes all the way home to Martinez. Tony, sad to see Fulham struggling in the Premier League. Oh, Grealish is in on the corner of the box. And he's robbed by Reeve there. Grealish looking to get it onto his right foot there. Again, just one diagonal pass. Fulham just far too easy to play through. Anguissa, though, carrying the ball. I wonder how many first-team appearances he'll make, whether he's played himself into the team now. Kenny, nice switch of play out to Brian. And the cross is blocked. We look young team. Problem is some clubs can absolutely hammer you in this league. If they're conceding 4-3 to Leeds, then 81 can easily happen. Yeah, fair comment. Fairly watertight theory. That one. Jay says Adoy is going to get sent off. I should probably give next time the ball goes dead. And it has really quickly. Fulham have won a corner. Shout out to Jay, our fan sponsor for all of our Dearly Departed shows, and to Charlie, our fan sponsor for all of our watch-alongs. We give them both a shout out when it's Dearly Departed and a watch-along. Go figure. Thank you to both of those guys for the support. If you want to be a fan sponsor, give me a shout. Still got the Fantasy League show left over and Ask Away. And we should have Ben HD on Wednesday night. Lots of you asked for Ben HD on the show on Wednesday, and he has agreed. So we'll get that all promoted and whatnot tomorrow. Cavaliero trying to recycle this corner. Fulham still have centre-halves up. Here's Anguissa. Opens up for him. Looks like quite a nice player, Anguissa. Cavaliero crosses into the far post. Mitrovic. He's wrestling with Konza and he heads it just wide. I think he may have had a foul given against him. Good ball that by Cavaliero. Just swings that one in. Who's holding who there? Don't think there was a foul given, actually. For once there, we'll give Cavaliero the credit there. That was decent service. Maybe Mitro should hit the target there. Stephen says, One Football is an app where you can look at all the matches and matchups. Let me know. Do they sponsor other similar channels? That sounds great. White Hart Dane would be harsh to sack Parker. Fulham lack overall defensive quality. Parker, not a magician. Biggie D's back with his pseudo socio-political questions. Should Royal Britannia and Land of Hope and Glory been played at the Proms this year? Yeah, I think so. I don't think you really solve any problems with the British Empire by not playing that song at the Proms. There we go. Looking for Mitro again at the back post, not finding it. How many times has Grealish hit the deck when he's felt a bit of wind? How many times has Grealish drawn a perfectly legitimate foul in this game? Probably about 6 or 7. He's just a master, isn't he? I just think Charlton haven't beaten Millwall for 25 years. Yeah, even worse than Ipswich Norwich there. You can see why a lot of teams aren't doing well in the transfer market. Managers don't have much choice. Yeah, definitely a depressed market. Maybe we're going to see things speed up. Again, if anyone can explain, my understanding is the only deals that can't be done after Monday are Premier League to Premier League. So Premier League can still come for Championship players after Monday. Here's Grealish in the 10. Looks for Watkins. Watkins looked like he got fouled by a doy there, but nothing given. Long diagonal one for Cavaliero. Cash closes him down. Cavaliero does well. Plays it inside, but it's given away. I can't stand the Old Farm either. Dear oh me. But you like Ipswich, obviously, don't you, Steve? Because of my disliking of Norwich, who I probably dislike because of Delia, or I probably dislike because of her pork cooking show. There we go. Irrational dislikes of football teams for their owners' TV habits. Love it. Only in football, hey? Home crowds can also make their teams nervous if they get. Yeah, you would know as a Leeds fan, wouldn't you, Jake? Yeah, we've seen that, haven't we? Howie's too good for Fulham. Fulham should bring in someone like Big Sam, Marco Silva, or even Chris Hughton. Says Ashley. 47 crosses, Ben. Wow. Is it really? Goodness me. David says, think Villa will be dark horses. Adoy and Grealish having another little wrestle. Adoy comes off better with that one. What did I make of the Newcastle penalty? I'll answer that. I won't read the rest of that. I think so. Dyer had his back turned and jumped up, and his arm was barely away from the ball. They're now basically saying that even if it's not deliberate, it's a penalty. I think surely they can write in a clause into that law that says if a player jumps and his back is turned and that wasn't an unnatural silhouette, was it? I just think that it's not in the spirit of the law, and he's not really gaining any advantage there, is he? He's trying to legitimately. He's playing against Andy Carroll, for goodness sake. So no, I thought it was a horrible decision, but I don't blame the referees if that's what they're being told by the higher ups. Then they're just doing their job, aren't they? I think IFAB and the Premier League and FIFA and the ruling bodies need to have a look at that, though, because I don't think that should be a penalty, should it? Ben, I went to school with OMD's current drummer, Stuart Kershaw. Wow. Alone again. I should have stayed at home yesterday. EDBDBD. Don't know what the words are. Yes, Tony, I knew you were being sarcastic. Tony, the Brentford fan there. Sympathetic to Fulham. White Hart says, not sure if we can tell how much about Villa because they're just cruising against Fulham. They're doing a good job of seeing this all out, though, aren't they? Yes, One Football sponsor Ben HD. Oh, do they indeed? There you go. I'll ask him about it on Wednesday. Ben HD is a top lad. Great stuff. And they do sponsor Ben HD. Here we go. Plucky says Jukanovic should never have been stacked. If Parker gets more time than Jukanovic, that's shocking. I have to admit a bit of bias here because I loved Jukanovic's championship team with Mitrovic on loan and Sessignon and Kearney, McDonald and Johansson. So there we go. Yes, there will be a Leeds Blades review. I'll do all of Dearly Departed. The reason I haven't done it yet is because the last game is still in session. So we'll get that up by lunchtime tomorrow, all things Leeds. Have I ever performed Rule Britannia or Land of Hope and Glory? Yes. I have sang Land of Hope and Glory in a choir when I was younger. And I have sung Jerusalem as well in a choir when I was younger. Nateskins Cabano, the free kick guru at the end of last season on for Bobby Reed. Did you hear the Premier League was supposed to call Wilder and haven't, and given him time to appeal the Egan sending off? They've pretty much... Oh, interesting. We'll see if that one gets overturned then. These early games to get a foothold in the Premier League are as important as the last few games of the season. Villa are playing well early on. Well said. Glenn, I'm glad you're doing the Premier League, says Trains, but we're only doing the Dearly Departed. We don't want to pee off the Championship subscribers, but by the same token, we lost subscribers and viewers last year when Norwich, Villa and Sheffield United went up. So I think it's only fair that I get to do the Dearly Departed. Steve says, I irrationally dislike everything, Ben. Tremendous stuff. Mitro started to look hacked off. Yeah, you would too, wouldn't you? Parker only just signed a new contract. Where's the wine gone? It's way past 5 o'clock. Do you know what, John Mork? There's a bottle of white in the fridge. The only issue I have with a bottle of white, as I'm sure that we all understand, is I have to kind of... A bottle of red you can string out for 4 days, maybe, if you drink it nice and steady, only have a glass and a half a night. Whereas bottle of white, you know, on the 3rd or 4th day, it's going to go all vinegary, isn't it? So you need to drink it in 3 days, really. So that's 2 glasses a night. And then, you know, I'm getting on in years now. I've got grey hairs in my beard. I'm a bit tired when I wake up. Right, 79 minutes gone. Villa, yeah. Who was it said in the chat? Just cruising here. So Villa need to stay up this season after all the money they spent. Again, if in the Championship next year, the EFL will probably keep an eye. Yes. Remember, just though, Villa have the trump card in their pocket, even if they are down there now. They've got Grealish on a 5-year contract, so they can probably sell him for about 80 million quid straight away, can't they? Villa will stay up easy, looking like it on the basis of 2 games, isn't it? Have you heard TNC and things Fark said about Buendia and Campbell? I'll check out TNC, or without name dropping, I can just message Jack, who's a good friend, and I'm sure he'll fill me in. All I'll say is Jack will have insider stuff on Cantwell particularly. So agree or disagree, he will know what's happening there, Jack. I'll give him that one. But yes, did look like a bit of a burial, wasn't it? Fulham losing heavily. Jay thinks Villa will be 17th again. Sky selected Millwall Luton for live coverage. Was meant to be our first home game back. Sky hoping for a misdemeanor of some sort. I wouldn't have thought so. I was at Luton versus Millwall, which was Neil Harris last game. You probably saw my Alex, my report from it. There was a bit of trouble after that game, I have to say. And I stood back and didn't get involved, obviously. So, but yeah, I'm sure there's no conspiracy there. It's a good matchup. Jones and Rowett and Millwall and Luton, 2 upperly mobile teams. James, I hope my comments don't frustrate you where you feel you can't read them out. No, absolutely not. All a bit of fun. You just have to understand, James, that this is my business. And sadly, I know we've got a lot of free speech advocates on here. Sadly, though, if I put the wrong comment up on YouTube, it could affect my business. And as much as I don't want people's speech to be policed, I also need to protect my business. Free kick in from Villa. Trezeguet has it. Blocked out by Joe Bryan there. Good defended. Marco says domestic transfers run until 18th. I think there's a caveat to that, isn't it? I'm under the impression that Premier League can't deal with Premier League, but can deal with EFL after the 5th. But I could be wrong about that. So, I personally really like "I Vow to Thee, My Country." If I'm totally honest, a great song. Don't know it. Grealish on the back post. Good feet as ever. In other news, water is wet. Douglas Luiz. If he meant that, that's a brilliant ball. Slid across. Konza should do better with that one. But a right-footed centre-back in an attacking position, crossed left foot. Give us a song. What song do you want? All things Leeds. Missed Egan again yesterday against Leeds. There we go. Jay says, I don't understand the Championship fans being annoyed. It's just extra content. No, obviously, look, we love the Championship fans. We are a Championship channel. But Jay, you would be amazed. People get very emotional, very possessive over their content. And I think they feel that they're having their back turned on if I ever do anything that's not. And look, put it this way, people are just outright weird on YouTube sometimes with the comments. So thankfully, we have a nice subscriber base here, but I do get complaints every time I do anything non-Championship. You're damned if you do and damned if you don't. But there you go. I think we're building a good subscriber base here that gets me and gets what we're trying to do here. Bertrand Traore has come on, new signing for Villa. If anyone knows anything about him, can smarten me up on him, please do. It's broken to Cabano on the edge of the box. His shot is blocked. Villa defending that clean sheet now. Tony says, I think bank as many points as early as possible in the season. Great escapes are wonderful, but I take comfort mid-table any day. Absolutely. Get those points on the board. It does make a difference. Here comes Grealish in the left wing position. Cuts inside on the right foot. Lovely little reverse ball in. And down goes, I think, Watkins there. He's on the overlap on the left-hand side. Nothing doing there. Let's have a look there. Grealish comes inside. Yeah, it's a good overlap by Watkins. It's good defending by Lamarche and actually just stands him up and wins the ball. Sean says, other than Shane Ritchie, love that vid, by the way. Have you performed with any other celebs? Where I've actually been in the band, no. No, being Shane's MD has been sort of the best one of those. And he's a great guy. And thank you for watching the vid. Very talented guy as well. You don't spend 30 years in the public eye on TV without being a very talented guy. Put it this way. Whiteheart asked, for how long will I be covering the dearly departed team? That, my friend, is a very good question. It depends how many there are in total. Mings wins the header again, and Areola tips over. Has he had a foul given against him? I think possibly he has. Similar set play than Mings scored from. Or similar position. Obviously, he scored with his feet, but he's heading down there. I didn't see a lot wrong with that. Yeah, it looks like a corner's been given. Mitrovic is chuntering away. Nakamba is going to come on for Villa, just getting his instructions off the iPad. And Douglas Luiz, who I've seen both Villa's games now. He's a good player, Douglas Luiz. Very rarely caught out of position, uses the ball very well, I have to say. Hours or days for that wine. Days. White wine in the colder, Mum's. Ben, you and Anna. Look, it's still left over from my birthday, Lee, honestly. Villa trying to take the corner short. Nakamba gets his first touch. McGinn comes in off the right. Dinks that one in. Mings floats it on. Watkins goes down. Nothing given. Go on, get it down, yeah. You got to have some fun somewhere. This is fun. Bottom Malbec, but stop it, guys. Stop it. Jack who? Jack from Talk Norwich City. We were just talking about the Norwich issues. There. What do I think about Michael Elise? He seems a great young player. Hopefully, Reading keep going. Yeah, he's excellent. Really, really good. Saw him in the flesh score a brilliant volley in the last game. I would like to see him played in the actual central midfield rather than in the three off the front. Oh, crossed in then, and Matt Cash flashes the header past his post. Martinez says, "Why did you do that? Just let it go." But he had Mitrovic on his shoulder. Although Mitrovic had held his run there. Ezri Konza said exactly the same thing. It's a good cross, actually. Tempts Cash in. Difficult header not to put in there. Oh, let's have a look here. Corner comes in. Mings heads clear. And Guisa, nice feet. Very nice feet. And then gives it away. Right foot, left foot. Ben, Annie's song or Marching On Together, which gets you vote? Oh, they're both great. I like the Nottingham Forest Mull of Kintyre thing as well. They're awesome. All three of those ones before the games. Brilliant. I love when the crowd sings Royal Britannia England games. Remember World Cup 98. I remember them going to Mick Jagger in the crowd in that game against Argentina. That was great escape time, wasn't it? Sat on the fence. QPR forever, teetotal. Now you're all right, buddy. I was teetotal for 5 years. Yes, I remember it well, Alex, that Millwall-Luton game. 88 gone in this one, 3-0. Villa coasting along. Want to see if he sits on the fence. Didn't let you down, did I? Championship question. Who's your surprise teams? Villa breakaway here, or Watkins tried to header it across to McGinn. Didn't have the neck muscles to do so. The obvious ones, Reading surprising us at the top and Bristol City. Luton less of a surprise. Surprise is the other way. Obviously, Forest and Derby. Not good. Glenn, one positive from this game. Blaze will be off the bottom. There you go. He will 100% sit on the fence for that. Absolutely. Would like a rendition of Jailhouse Rock if I'm doing songs. One through a party at the county jail. Let's rock. Everybody, let's rock. That's all I know. Everybody in the wholesale block be dancing to the Jailhouse Rock. Elvis. Elvis has left the building, and here's Joe Bryan. Tom Kearney to Cavaliero on the right wing, 1v1 with Matt Cash. Cavaliero comes inside. It hits Nakambe in the face. Oh, good effort by Joe Bryan there. Hits the frame of the goal and bounces clear. Unlucky there, Bryan. Nearly reprising his playoff final performance there, but not quite getting on the score sheet. Sums up Fulham's day, that. Not really gone for them today, has it? Does this take a deflection? No, it doesn't. It's just a very good... Oh, good save, actually. Very good save. I didn't realise Martinez had touched that. He's tipped it onto the crossbar. Who got booked there? Someone just got a yellow card, and I have no idea who it was. The referee's wandering around with his yellow card, booking all and sundry here. Let's hope Sky put up the graphic to help us there. I think Borough need to change our formation. Abubakar Camera got booked. I'm sure a Villa player got booked as well. In there. Did Mings get booked? Yeah. Camera and Mings both booked. Swung in the free kick from the right from Fulham. Joe Bryan hits another shot there, blocked out. Fulham working the Villa defence for this clean sheet. Now 91 minutes in, 4 minutes of stoppage time. Coming up. Here's Kearney. Cavaliero. Oh, just loses his footing and Cash takes it off him as we come up 92 minutes in this one. They haven't built a fence strong enough to withstand Ben's fence. Look, when you ask me to compare a Leeds and Sheffield United song, this is a no-win situation for me, an absolute no-win. So I added another song and said I like them all. and made it even more of a no-win situation. But genuinely, I don't have a favourite. Traore into Nakambe, and Target gets it away. Oh, nice touch around the corner. Here, tug on the shirt there of Traore. That might... Oh, sorry, Ramsey has come on as well. I didn't even realise. Too busy reading the comments. We're coming up 93 minutes in this one. All that fence sitting must cause a devil of a splinter problem. Do you know what? I get accused of sitting on the fence even when I'm not sitting on the fence. I lay out a whole hypotheses and argument. And because someone disagrees, I'm not saying you guys are doing this right now. Because someone disagrees, they say I'm sitting on the fence. It's like, no. Joe Bryan puts it across. Also, I get accused of sitting on the fence when I don't actually feel like I can reach a firm conclusion on something, which is very different than deliberately choosing not to. In the cross comes and headed away by Mings. And Villa get the ball clear. Grealish, lovely first touch there. 1v1 with Adoy. I'm sure his eyes lit up where he saw that. And he wins the throw-in. Scott Parker smiles ruefully. I think he thought that was going to go the other way. Ipswich top and unbeaten so far. You love to see it. Absolutely, you do. Kenny on the edge of the box now. Looking for the far post in Cavaliero. No good. Agreed. Villa looking sharp and energetic tonight. Yes, although most teams won't give them a 2-goal head start in 15 minutes. Sheffield's most successful football club is Sheffield Wednesday. There we go. And it is full time in this one. Fulham 0, Aston Villa 3. A bit of a hiding for Fulham in this one. Couldn't cope with Grealish and McGinn in the first 15 minutes. Grealish scores and then Hurahan gets the second. And then just like the most elementary free kick given away, lobbed into the box, and they've conceded after 47 minutes for 3-0 just to kill the game off. So nice and easy for Villa in the end. Fulham just got suckered every time. As soon as the game went 2-0, Villa were just happy as you would be to kind of sit in and just say, look, come and get us, come and get us. And for all of Fulham's possession, which was a lot, Villa still, in that game state at 2-0 and 3-0, managed to make the better chances. Thank you very much to Wheelock Young Team with a £9.99 super chat. We'll drink to that. Thank you so much. Let's just have a little look at the stats here. Thank you, Wheelock Young Team. I'll just take that super chat away. And we'll look at the stats there. 64% in the possession for Fulham. 16 shots to 12 in the end, but only 3 on target. So Villa with more shots on target. 5 corners to 3. But look at that. Always revealing, I'm repeating myself, is 4 big chances to 0. 4-0. So the XG very much going to be in Villa's favour. So we're just talking efficiency of finishing, attacking, and how each team defended. And, you know, Villa win the game easily, don't they? Frankly so. There we go. Right. Let's get some more of your comments in. I'll go upwards. Fulham won't survive playing like this. No, they won't. I can't stay on for the Liverpool-Arsenal game. I need to hang with my missus, I'm afraid. See you later in the week. Switching to Bologna-Parma. Nice. Like it. Where are we going? Thanks for the stream. Up the Villa, says Harry. Good win for Villa tonight. Time for Liverpool-Arsenal, says Jake. Yes, that's now coming. I will not be covering it. Sadly, not in my dearly departed. Looking forward to the Liverpool game next. They don't play. They play Arsenal again a week in the Cup. No 0-0s in the Prem so far. No draws either. I think somebody added. 80 says beauty. Up the Villa. Hip to game, says up the Villa. Given Shady's football Nostradamus abilities. Can we have our predictions for the weekend? Only at half-time during the games. Cheers, Ben. Big up yourself, pal, says Slim Reaper. Did you know Warnock does the team talks on Zoom? How is he? How is Warnock with COVID? There we go. Hopefully he's recovering. QPR for us says, I think your opinions are mature and level-headed. Thank you very much. Tony says, you can't see things in shade. Yeah, exactly. You have to be firm in your opinions, especially when you don't know anything about the subject. I agree with you, Tony. That's sometimes very frustrating, isn't it? Where you try and lay everything out, but there you go. Ben is new here. Welcome along, Ben. Please hit the subscribe button. We do dearly departed shows here on the channel where we will cover Aston Villa prior to and following each and every game week. Do I read much literature? I listen to a lot of podcasts and audiobooks, but actually sitting down and reading, no. Not very good at that. Chris says, very similar match as Wickham versus Swansea. Indeed, yeah. Fulham have as much chance of staying up as the Chairboys. Good shout here. Did you see Alex Neil's comments about Derby spending? No. What did he say, Lewis? How do Fulham stay up, Ben? That's a good question, isn't it? I would say stick to the plan. Maybe they need to kind of go a little bit more defensive with their team shape, concentration, and just hope things improve. But they're not going to stay up the way it's going. Next Ask Away, Steve, will be on Wednesday night with Ben HD. We do have one draw, but no clean sheet, nil-nils. Thank you, Jake. Tony Khan ain't gonna be happy. No. Liverpool and Arsenal, not the dearly parted. No, we can't do that. We cannot do that. Hey, cheers, Glenn. Fulham finished bottom. Right. I think we are just about there. If you're still in the chat, please hit the thumbs up button. I'm going to disappear off and hang out with my missus because I'm seen her all day virtually. Other than her fourth correct Nostradamus prediction in a row. Please hit the thumbs up button if you are still in the stream. Like, comment, subscribe. You can support via Super Chat and via Patreon, etc. I'm just going to read that because I did ask Lewis that. Along the lines of, it's a joke. They're spending so much with Josh Viak and they should be dialing it back even though we're in profit. Sounds like he's just trying to get a rise out of the Derby players before playing them. But I'd have to read the quote to comment on it properly, Lewis. But I wouldn't rise to it, to be honest. There we go. Enjoy your evening, says David. Thank you so much. Null and void, Fulham stay up. Cheers to Mike. Parker for the boot, dear oh me. Have a nice evening, Lee. Let's just give a quick shout out to our sponsors. We have two fan sponsors in these occasions where we have a dearly departed and a watch along coincide. So thank you to Jay, who's been in the chat. Dearly departed, also known as Ben, couldn't bear to lose us marching on together. Thank you, Jay, a fan sponsor for the dearly departed shows. And thank you to Charlie, 30 years of loyal royal. Here's to many more. You can check out his YouTube football channel at the URL there. He sponsors our live watch-alongs over here on the channel. Man of the match, maybe John McGinn. Hip, I think he played very nicely, didn't he? Ranieri in by the end of November. You heard it here first. Proud sponsor. Thank you, Jay. Very, very kind. And Shaylee is a football guru. Isn't she just right? Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Later in the week, we have Dearly Departed review tomorrow. Fantasy League on Wednesday. Ask Away with Ben HD on Wednesday night. The Championship preview will probably be pre-recorded. And let me know what time you want to see that come out on Thursday, Bins. It's a pre-record. I might put it out a bit earlier because of that. And we will do Brentford Fulham as a watch-along on Thursday night. Then Dearly Departed preview Friday day. And Coventry Bournemouth watch-along. And I will either do a watch-along for Norwich Derby or I've asked for accreditation. We'll see how we go with that. So thank you, everybody, for watching. See you later on in the week. If you're off to watch Liverpool Arsenal, enjoy it. I've had my football fix for the evening, and I hope you've enjoyed getting your football fix with me Over and out.